Alright everyone, welcome back to Justin's Book Review. This is January the 1st, 2018. Happy New Year to all of you YouTubers out there, to all you book lovers out there. I am here to review the last book that I read in 2017, the first review of 2018. This is book number 151, and that book is Kitchen Confidential by Anthony Bourdain. It's a paperback edition, and it was originally published in the year 2000 and was reprinted in 2007 with an afterword, an updated edition with some after he was a little more famous and popular. You may know Anthony Bourdain now for he's kind of a celebrity chef, even though he doesn't really cook anymore. He has a show on CNN called Parts Unknown, and that's the main reason why I got this book. I really enjoy his show. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, as far as being a foodie, I'm probably like a 4. Like, I enjoy good food and I enjoy going to good restaurants, but that show kind of lends itself a little bit towards foodie, but it's more towards like people that like to travel and see different lands. So that's what I like about the show. And this book is it's geared towards people who kind of are foodies, but really anybody I think could read it. It comes in at about 300 pages. It was a pretty quick read for me. I think I got it done in like a week or 2 weeks. But it's surprisingly well written for a chef. He wrote a couple of fiction books before. It's very well written. He uses a lot of he keeps the reader engaged, and it's not boring at all. He basically goes through and talks about how he became a chef, where he first really fell in love with food growing up, and he talks about how he got started in cooking and in the summers in Providencetown, I believe. And then he talks about how he got to be a chef in New York City at one of the best restaurants in New York City. And talks about a lot of the things that happen, not just in his restaurants, but what happens in all restaurants as far as the kind of people that are working in the kitchens, the kind of things that happen in the kitchens, the debauchery and kind of drinking and just kind of, the nature of the beast as far as like what happens in a restaurant that people don't know about. And it kind of gives you tips on like what to order. If you're going to a restaurant, don't order fish on Monday, because that's when you're not going to get fresh fish. It's going to be all the leftover shit and stuff like that. And he talks... So most of the book is kind of geared towards anybody that, goes out to eat at restaurants. But then he does get into a little bit of detail as far as like certain chefs and like certain dishes and how they're plated and things that are more geared towards foodies that I didn't find very interesting. But he didn't stick on those topics that long. So, overall, it's interesting. This was written in 2000, and the afterwards in 2007, he talks about having a show on the Travel Channel, which was called No Reservations. And he talked about being like a celebrity and not cooking anymore. But since 2007, in 10, 11 years since then, he's like become way bigger after having a show on CNN for 8 or 9 seasons. That's how I got to know him. So it's interesting to hear, like, when he wrote it was 2000. He wasn't really known. He was a good chef. And then 2007, and now fast forward to 2017. I know he's written a lot of other stuff, too. I also know him he goes on the radio show, Opie and Anthony, that I used to listen to. So I kind of knew him from that. So, all in all, I'm going to give this book... I don't know. Out of 5 stars, I'm going to say 3.5 out of 5. I don't feel like it should get a 4, but it's not bad enough to give it a 3. If you're a foodie or you're in the restaurant business, it's probably a must-read for you. I'd say it's a 4 or 5. But for the general public, it's pretty interesting. So I definitely would say read. And like I said in the beginning, I really enjoy reading wide plethora of different kinds of books as far as fiction, nonfiction. I do read a lot of baseball stuff, so that's why I've never really written or read a book about food or the restaurant business. So, why not try to learn a little bit about something I don't know that much about? That's basically why I chose the book. So yeah, 3.5 out of 5 stars. There he is there. I don't really like the picture on the cover. He's kind of looks like he's full of himself. See this face? Look at me. I'm a chef. I have these knives and handsome. Yeah, okay. Could have just put a stupid picture. All right. Anyway, the first book that I will be reading coming up in the new year, which I'm already 30 pages into, will be Smart Baseball by Keith Law. I'm looking forward to this one. Talks a little bit about sabermetrics and the advanced way people look at baseball statistics. So, anyway, you can look forward to that. Follow me on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, whatever you want to do. Enjoy New Year. Make a resolution. Maybe read a couple books this year. Maybe an audiobook. Let's learn something this year. Let's not just sit back and read our Twitter feeds and listen to people talk about Donald Trump and stuff that they may not know about or are ignorant about. Let's get out. Let's read a book. Let's sit down. Get away from screen and just enjoy the peace and quiet and knowledge that books bring. That's why I love them so much. All right, everybody. Take it easy. Later. That was a bad sign off. Take it easy. What the hell? Whatever.